You're watching the Weather Channel. Live by it.
Many residents of New Orleans are spending the night at local shelters because Tropical Storm Isidore is inching closer. We'll have the latest coming up.
And I'm Jeff Morrow in New Orleans. It is just raining tremendously here. We've got to be working on between 8 and 9 inches of rain at the very least, and flooding has been the result. We'll talk more about that coming up in a live report.
I'm Mike Seidel on Gulf Shore. Street flooding and coastal flooding and a lot of beach erosion. We'll check it out for you in just a moment.
Hello and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Warren Madden.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. Thanks for joining us. Well, as we continue coverage of Tropical Storm Isidore, we're keeping a close eye on the latest developments along the Louisiana and Alabama coasts. Many residents along the Gulf Coast were met with mandatory and voluntary evacuations today. There are curfews in place for New Orleans. Gulfport, Biloxi, Mississippi is also under a curfew tonight. Casinos in Biloxi closed earlier today. They won't reopen until emergency officials give them the all clear. There's little to do for tourists in New Orleans. Some popular Bourbon Street haunts have shut their doors. So did the Audubon Zoo and the city's museums. The governors of both Louisiana and Mississippi have declared states of emergency. We have a team coverage of the situation in both Alabama and Louisiana. Our own Mike Seidel is standing by live in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and Jeff Morrow is in New Orleans. First off, let's go to Mike Seidel in Gulf Shores, Alabama with more on the situation there. Mike, how's the flooding situation at this hour?
Well, Dave, certainly we've had a lot of rainfall tonight, like in New Orleans, a lot of street flooding. We'll show you in a minute. But first, I want to show you the storm surge. Now, normally you take these steps down to the beach. I want to be very, very careful because I don't know where the steps end. And look what kind of stuff just floats in. Look at this big board that has come out of somewhere, maybe from Pensacola. And over here, we've got a trash can that has floated up. So all kinds of debris coming in. Fortunately, we do have a barrier here and for most of these hotels, so we don't have any water in the first floor rooms at this point. Let me talk about the street flooding now. We're under a flash flood warning here in Baldwin County. Tremendous amounts of rain. And this is video shot in the past hour or so out on Route 98, the main east-west highway right along the beach. And again, standing water everywhere. And part of 98 virtually underwater because it's raining so hard the drains just can't handle this kind of rainfall volume. Let's come back out and show you another look at the surge and the waves and the distance under some of these buildings. And again, I think most of the buildings are going to be okay, but what we're seeing is this water is just eating away at these beaches, which were just replenished at a cost of multi-million dollars 18 months ago. So once this water recedes sometime tomorrow, we're going to see a whole different layout here. Unfortunately, a lot of this sand is going to be gone. As far as the surge is concerned, again, high tide in about 3 hours, so we expect the water to come up at least somewhat more rain and wind overnight. It's been very wet tonight in New Orleans. Let's go down to the Big Easy. Here's Jeff Morrow.
And Mike, there's nothing easy about it tonight. It is a miserable